All right, we're back here for our second match of the week for Week 1 Duskmourn League, and we got two of our more entertaining characters here in League, and we can see already with the emotes. We got
All
Cody-Rayce,
right.
so not using his usual race account, but this account is just called Zero, it seems, against Rafael F. So both league winners. Cody's been a Player of the Year 2 years ago. So both very accomplished players. And what's going on in Rafael's hand here to start?
Well, Rafael's got a two-lander and Exercise, Shepherding Spirits, Manifest Dread, Cryptid Inspector, and this Overgrown Zealot. So it's looking pretty good.
Okay, I mean Manifest Dread with the Cryptid Inspector could be nice. And Cody here, he's got. We'll see if he decides to play the Split Skin Doll here, which is the little 2/1 that can loot or draw a card if you have another 2 power. He's also got a Fear of Immobility. He's got a Grasping Longneck, Slavering Branch Snapper, which is the forest cycling. He's got some plains, forest, and he's got a Betrayer's Bargain, which is a red card, a removal spell.
Oh,
So
got a
probably
first black
splashing
card
away.
here in Rafael's hand.
Which one is that?
It's Final Vengeance.
Okay,
Very
so
useful.
yeah. So what's funny is that these guys they're very much big characters, right? They like to do a lot of trash talking, joking around, making
Yeah.
weird prop bets and all this stuff. But when it comes down to Magic,
The
they're actually both very very disciplined deck builders. Like they don't screw around too much on mana. Their splashes are going to be pretty tame a lot of the time or conservative. Um, it's just funny because like
Both
they're
leaders.
kind of wild characters, but when it comes to deck building, they usually end up pretty disciplined with their league builds.
So not a lot of Vadering here.
Hopefully not. I mean, Cody's drawn another red card, but it is another removal spell in Chainsaw. So he has the Betrayer's Bargain and the Chainsaw, which are, this is like pretty often like where my splashes end up in the early weeks of League is like splashing for some removals or like some gold bombs or whatever, but not for like
Exactly.
just creatures you want to play in the early game, right?
There is an unstoppable slasher waiting in the wings here in
Okay.
Raphael's hand. So we're going to see some more unstoppable slasher action in this
Okay.
matchup.
I mean, it's unstoppable. It transcends from game to game. Um,
Keeps going.
yeah. So as far as deck sizes, since that is important, uh, Raphael's at, I believe he's at 60 because he's 1-0, so his increase hasn't kicked in yet because he hasn't lost, and Cody is at 64. So he must have, and he's at 2 wins and 2 losses. So he must have added only Duskmourn, I believe, would be the way that you get to that.
Yeah, yeah, think so.
Or he added a different set and then he won and he hasn't lost since then. So I'm not certain. But what's
I
your
see a promising elevator in one of their pools. I think it's in Cody's pool. Uh, you know, there's a
yeah?
lot of rooms too.
He doesn't seem the type to mess around with that. But I will say, just as an aside, while we're seeing this turn play out, because Cody's not really got much to do um, until this turn. But that central elevator promising stairs. When I first saw it, I'm like, okay, it's just another stupid
Hmm.
blue win the game alt win con card that never gets played in limited. I've won like 5 games of Magic with that in limited
Yeah, it's a
across two
menace.
drafts where I
And,
had it. Like it's real, and I'm very happy because it's cool.
same.
But as an
And I
aside,
think it really does, bring the room together because it makes the rooms deck even more fun to play. I think it's really worked out here.
yeah. So I mean, not too much to report in this game here. We got the business is picking up a bit here with a 4/5 flyer on one side and a 7/6 trample on the other, but I believe Raphael still has his removal spell, right? Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, and like I said, he's a very astute player. So despite the vibe he gives of, sometimes not being serious about some things, when it comes down to the game, he knows how to play. Right? He's gonna hold his removal. Right? He sees
It's
a
a
4/4.
gambit.
He says the 4/4 is bigger than my creatures, but it's not really a problem. But
Do we have
7/6
now
still
an
looks cool.
onslaught in hand?
Which one? The
Onslaught.
oh,
Logavath's onslaught.
oh, yeah. Cody has no castable spells here. He has two red cards and a forest. So
Wait. I think this is just a joke because I don't think either of them even have Valgaboth's Onslaught in
Oh.
their hand. So I got two in their pool. I mean,
Oh, I thought you were
well,
telling me that it was in hand, but I guess not.
no. It's I believe Rafael was asking, but I neither of them seem to have it. All right,
Really?
here's a quick
Okay,
miasma demon,
that'll be that, I
and that's
guess.
it. Quick and efficient.
Yeah, I mean Cody. I mean he had his two red removal spells that could have cost him a little bit less damage. So as I suspected, Cody's playing three red removals, and the rest of his deck is green
Hmm.
white. He does have a Vel'Gavoth Onslaught in his deck. I don't know if Raphael does, but
Oh, there is one. Okay, maybe I've opened the wrong pool here.
Cody definitely has one,
Okay,
unless
okay, okay.
somebody can double check the pool. But I'm gonna assume he's
Yeah.
he has it legally.
Uh,
What's Raphael
well, I
looking up
mean,
there?
so Rafael has Abzan, and it's a pretty even split between the
Okay.
three colors. I think it's fairly balanced here.
All right.
Um,
Usually expect a little bit more conservative deck building out of him, but it's okay. It's week one. Week one, you just
there's a
gotta. He
couple of
hasn't lost yet.
there's consistent fixing in it. You know, there's two
Yeah,
dual lands, and there is the Overgrown Zealot that I saw at least.
yeah.
So
Like
that helps.
week one, you haven't lost yet. He's. I do know he's the type of person that he's looking to cut colors, right? He's not looking to stay straight three
I will
colors.
say he just kept
But
you know, there's now four forests in hand.
uh-oh.
That's the lands, and then there is one unidentified hover ship, which is a 2 pip white.
Okay.
So he can't play everything else though, which is this and an innocuous rat and a
Yeah.
resurrected
I
cultist.
mean, look, these are the risks. We've seen it before in league matches. It's happened to all of us,
Mm-hmm.
right? We just, the colors don't work out the way we need them to. But that's why I always try and push towards less colors as soon as I can.
Now,
Whatever
here's
that
an
means.
issue
If
with
that
Monstrous
means,
Emergence, which is in hand here.
yeah.
It's Monstrous Emergence that deals the damage, not the Death Touch creature, which is really an annoying thing, but something you
Oh,
also have to keep in mind whenever
I
you're
think
using.
he's. Oh no, it worked. Okay, well he
No, no,
revealed from hand. He
I'm
revealed from hand. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. He knew what he was doing, but this
he
is
knew.
something that can get people. You think, oh, I have a Death Touch creature, I'll use this. It's Monstrous Emergence that's dealing the damage.
Yeah, yeah. It's different, but also on the other side, you actually can't get blown out by it.
Exactly.
So, like, if you cast it on your creature that's in play, your opponent actually it's safe.
Hmm.
You can't get blown
It's an
out
interesting
after it.
design.
I wouldn't have thought that the first time. Like, I actually didn't know. Like, my opponent cast it, and I went to remove their creature, and then my thing still died, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I killed their creature, so it was okay, but um,
these
yeah,
nuances
I
matter.
found out through the game. I said that's new, right? That's new. That's the first time I can remember it being designed in that fashion. So
Raphael not hitting any of the planes here, so that unidentified hover ship is still pretty much dead in hand. But there is a slavering branch snapper, the green trample cycler,
yeah,
waiting to
Cody's
come
got
in.
Cody's got stuff to do here. He's got a bashful beastie you can play. That's the 5 mana 5/4. He also has the plaything, the double striker, grasping long neck,
Hmm.
and he has a 3 green card, the root-wise survivor, the 3/4 survival
That one
monster.
always feels hard to play. I never really satisfied with it.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think I put in a deck just because it just looks like it's not going to work. But I can tell you, opponents just always get it snuck in. They always sneak it in somehow. Like they find the window to just attack with it and get their 3/3, and then maybe like they like have a removal the next turn to do it again, and it's just it's been good against me. I can't say it's been bad. I want to say it's been terrible, but what can you do?
Maybe they have a little flesh burrower to help them. You know, some might say it's a very good card.
Yeah, I mean it reads nicely, but like I said, it's hard to find a spot. I mean, maybe I should play it more because, like I said, my opponents have had good experiences with it against me, so maybe I'm missing something. But it feels like they always have a window to sneak it in at some point.
Have Raphael here making sure that his gameplay settings are correct at this point. Maybe looking to do some interesting stacking of triggers in the near future,
Could be, yeah. I
or
mean,
maybe silencing his opponent. I'm not sure.
could be. I will say that, of all the things that Arena can be frustrating with, particularly like always giving you priority, so opponent can tell what you have. auto tapper.
Hmm.
We've seen it in the future matches. We can go back and watch matches lost because of auto tapper, but they're pretty good at stacking triggers the way that you would want them to resolve in the order that you would want them to resolve. They are pretty
Yeah,
good. So if there's
generally
multiple things
speaking.
going on in the stack, like things are dying and like two triggers come up, they're almost always like very rarely do they stack it in a way that I'm like, oh, I didn't want that. So
Yeah,
they got yeah,
it's hard to
it does
keep
happen.
your focus completely on it when you're trying to think about the game itself.
Oh
But
yeah, when I used to play
generally,
Magic
they do a
Online
good
before
job.
Arena, I screwed up all the time because you have to stack it like you have to click on the one that you want to resolve last first
Hmm.
because of the way that the stack is on Magic Online. Like on Arena, you just
Yes.
drag it, right? There's first on the left, last on the right, and you just drag them wherever you want. But on Magic Online, it's like, oh, you want it to resolve first? Well, it has to be the last thing you click on. So you get used to it, but you almost don't.
This is a
Right.
tough hand for Rafael at the moment because it's double pip black live or die and double pip white unidentified hovership. So neither are
Uh,
castable right now.
Unfortunately, Cody doesn't really have interaction, and the 7/6 is just holding down the board. Um,
All right. So it's
but
a stand a standstill.
we do have a frantic strength in hand, which is that flash aura. So
Okay.
that might be able
That might swing
to do
things.
something. We'll see.
On that patched play thing, it's gonna do work.
And the trash talking continues as we can see. Like,
There's a lot of it. Yeah.
yeah, you'll always get an entertainment with Cody. So if his opponent is not
Oh
chatting back to him,
no!
he'll just open up the friend request box and start typing to us directly.
Someone's got to
Always a
hear it.
fun energy.
This is another dead draw because it's a
Uh,
fear of abduction. That's another double pip white card that's just gonna sit here.
oh well. Okay. I mean, look, those are the risks involved. Like I've said it. It's like a broken record. We know what happens. We don't need to go over it. But look, people still
Trying to
do it. I get
present
it.
a
Week one. I
facade
get.
of
Look, week one, no
yeah.
losses. I understand it, but you know, it just it plays out that way, and it stinks
Hmm.
sometimes. I think Cody's gonna hold the Rootwise Survivor. He's drawn his second forest to cast it, but I think he wants to maybe just hold it so it can maybe get in on some turn if there's been a big combat. Because just playing it out
Yeah.
doesn't do too much. Okay, so he is gonna offer the trade with this branch snapper with his frantic strength. So he says, "I want this thing off the board. If I have to do 2 for 1 to get that, then that's
So what are
fine
you
because
thinking
it'll
here?
live."
Would you, in Raphael's position, would you just be kind of incredibly suspicious of this patched play thing as your main worry here, or because it doesn't feel nice? Nothing here seems like safe.
Yeah, Ramos is gonna block everything. He says, "Show me what you got. I'll do. I'll eat your double strike. I'll trade with your 4/4 with my thing that can come back, and I'll just get in front of your long neck just to soak up damage."
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, so he will get in for a couple points of trample, but otherwise, not an amazing combat for Cody. But wiping out the opponent's creatures does leave the door open for maybe this Rootwise Survivor. I think now that he drew the second green, he says, "Okay, if I clear the board, maybe this can start swinging in." And he's probably
For
thinking
everyone,
Raphael.
that face down creature there, that manifest, is the plains, or one of the plains that Raphael has been looking for.
Always. All right, so here comes the survivor. Like I said he's gonna hold it until the board's a little clearer.
Oh no.
This may be getting hit by the removal spell here.
Live or Die can come in and either remove something or bring something back
It can bring
as
back
well,
the
so
7/6, I suppose.
surprise.
Yeah,
Popping out from the bushes.
and of course he emoted GG right before, which I'm not in favor of. I'm a
Yeah, condemned, officially condemned.
yeah, I don't like that. If we removed
Okay,
that from our lexicon, I think we would all be happier. But all right, so he's got the planes. Let's. What can he do with it?
okay. I mean, it might this Live or Die might have cracked it open. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just so unexpected. I mean, even if you know your opponent has it, it's like what you have limited options. It's bad either way.
Hmm.
So Cody's now deciding if he wants to, what he wants to do with this fear of immobility. I assume it's just to tap down the 7/6. I don't think he's
Yeah, you
low
probably
enough
want to
to the
make
point
sure.
where he can absorb another attack and then try and get some weird lethal by tapping a blocker.
Exactly.
Like if
Another body on the board. This is
yeah,
good.
if
Oh
Rafael
no.
was a little lower on life, he could maybe take that risk of like absorbing a hit of 7, tapping a blocker, getting in for a bunch, but he's not in a position to do that, and the planes off the top is not good. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's gonna just throw a couple creatures in front of the 7/6 and hope for the best. No, rather looks like an attack then. Okay.
Going in.
He says, I'm not going to block the 7/6. I'm going to attack.
Maybe taking a look at the pool and figuring that there isn't really a lot on the 7/6 that could seal it next turn. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's just going to cash this in for a card. Or he's thinking about it. The fungus, that is. It does have this weird, like, I almost never use this ability just because you just always have, like, a target for the artifact or enchantment. There's been a couple games
Yeah.
where I've been on the verge of dying and I had to cash
Exactly.
in for a card, but
It's a
it's
good escape
extremely
valve.
rare.
Oh, that's another bad draw. That's an additional forest.
Yeah, but he's the one with the 7/6 right now, so
That's true. It's a big one.
let's see if he's feeling like he wants to attack him. This will be a big decision. Okay, he says,
Yeah.
I kill you
I
first.
think that's the right move. I think that's the right move.
He says, I did the math. I kill you first. All right, Cody's got a big old blocker here to get in front of this
Oh.
7/6 along with something else.
So if this is a full swing, and then Rafael draws that planes, then
Yeah,
and that's it. But let's
that'll be
see.
the game. I think he's gonna leave. I imagine he wants to leave back one creature so he can at least
Yep.
kill the 7/6.
Probably the fungus.
Well, he needs the 4/5 and the 2/1 in order to kill it. The one
But
two doesn't
the
actually.
fungus would block 2 damage. Yeah. Hmm.
I think he's interested in killing it. The 7/6. Let's see. Very very tight game here,
A
but
little highlighting taunting going on here.
oh yeah, there. Like I said, we always get theatrics with Cody, and at this time his opponent's reciprocating. Sometimes if the opponent is not somebody he knows or is familiar with,
Yeah.
they're not reciprocating. He's just putting on a show for us. But here we got
Two
both of them
agents of
are having
chaos
a
just
exactly. We love it.
popping
We
off.
like it.
Yeah.
We're here for the magic, but we like the banter too and the silliness.
Yeah.
As long as they play good magic, which so far they have.
Yeah. It's been a risky attack, but I think, honestly, I don't think there's anything else you could have done. Keeping up that blocker instead of attacking with the 7/6 is just kind of prolonging your situation. This is moving things along and potentially putting you in the position to win. So,
Yeah, Cody's taking a big. He's taking a good amount of time to figure out what he wants to do here, how much he wants to get in for, and the risks involved. And he said, "I'm going to chump block."
ooh,
He said, "I want to get you to 3, and I'm going to chump block your. I think it's a dinosaur. I don't know. It's some kind of a beast. The 7/6.
oh, oh, what's happening? We're getting some commentary
Okay,
also. Okay, a single card. Okay, okay, a safe one. Oh, so
all
the
right.
draw is Spectral Snatcher. That's
Ooh,
the
that's
Swamp
big.
Cycler.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep. Now, does that open things up for clear attack here?
I mean,
Bell seems to think so.
let's see. Cody has another option
This
of
is a
like
very scary
chump.
one.
He has the option of chump blocking and then trying to win in the air in 2 shots, but I don't think he's going to have enough toughness across his whole board to do that. He's going to block all just to try and take no trample damage whatsoever.
Hmm.
I mean, if Rafael has something here at instant speed, which he doesn't, but if he does, like that's pretty much game. Um, if he had like an instant speed removal for the 4/5, I mean, Cody is not dead by life total, but there's basically no way out. But here it's going to turn
It's
out
tricky.
okay.
Yep.
Okay,
All right, and now another big one.
well, here's
And getting
another
rid of the
problem.
fire will really help.
And a Valgavas lair off the top here is of no help. So we're in
Oh,
we're in chump block mode here.
Yeah, Rafael's holding up a forest in hand just to make it look like there's something in there. Oh, and we got our old friend back. It's the unstoppable slasher coming in. I can hear
This
him creeping through
thing,
the
yeah,
the underbrush.
you can't put me you can't put me to the bottom of the deck. I'm always going to be in the top third of the deck every game.
The entity
Unfortunately, this
returns.
is not going to work out here.
Oh no! Wow.
So yeah, we see a bit of a risky build with Rafael, but he makes up for it with the powerful cards, right? That's the whole thing. You
Yeah,
play three colors, you have more
exactly.
powerful cards than if you don't. And
They
without,
bring up the rear in the end.
I mean, Valgavoth's Onslaught would be good here for
Yeah,
Cody.
it would definitely help. Yes.
Um, but a wary Watchdog is not the thing, and the planes in hand is also not the thing. So yeah, a little less back and forth than we saw in the first round.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It's
just a bit too much power over there on the other side, and
an unfortunate dog in the end.
few removals
That
and
was
fun match. And now stay
yeah.
tuned to watch Rafael battle the great Valgavoth. So we'll be back with that in a short moment.